Welcome to another episode of the STG project. I'm your host, Lachlan Farley, and I am so excited that you are here. Are you ready to be enthralled, excited, entertained, infotained, I should say, to give some life-changing advice while giving you a story and something fun to go with your day? Now, all I ask in return for this incredible enjoyment that I am about to deliver onto you is that you help me spread the word. I am on a mission to change as many lives as humanly possible, but I cannot do that without you. I need your help, I need your guidance, and I need your support to do so. How can you do that? By sharing this. Sharing this in any format that you feel would be beneficial. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, whatever it may be. Get it out there. If you want to send someone a postcard, a mail, chuck it up in the sky via aeroplane, I don't care. Just help me spread the word, and I would truly be appreciative. I would also ask that you leave us a review, because all those 5-star reviews truly make a difference and help us reach more people. If you're not going to leave a 5-star review, send me an email. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. How can I make this better for you? I am here to hear your criticism. If there is any, I can't imagine why, but if there is, please let me know. So without further ado, let's get stuck into the content of today. So, this is a bit more of a personal one. I'm going to talk to you about me. I'm going to reveal some of that stuff about me and some of the stuff that people say that you probably shouldn't talk about. So, without sugarcoating it, I'm an addict. But not in the way that most people view addiction. I have many addictions, and ones that have ruled my life and have caused many problems and great harm in my life, but they're not the ones that, most people think of when you say that you're an addict. Most people think when you say that we're talking about drugs or alcohol or sex or things like that. Those are not those things, thankfully. Though those vices have been there, I have never become fully addicted to it. But within myself, I have a highly addictive personality, and yet I am addicted to things that are in other ways socially acceptable and yet completely impact my life. I'm addicted to spending money I don't have, money to get ahead, money that consistently disappears as soon as I make it, and that has caused great problems, and I am dealing with that at this time. I'm addicted to sedation in the form of social media, TV, video games, those kinds of things. And again, I have broken that addiction, and it has taken a long time to get to that point. And then I'm addicted to things that are your more positive things, but yet still an addiction, and I need to be careful within that. But they are probably the things, not even probably, they are the things I know that have saved my life. I'm addicted to fitness. I am addicted to helping. I'm addicted to learning and reading and researching and things like that. Yes, those are positives, but they are still addictions, and I get obsessed and I get overwhelmed and I do more than I probably ever should. But on the flip side, I know especially fitness and nutrition has saved my life. I love alcohol. I love food. If I didn't have these addictions, I am certain that at the very minimum, I would be a chronically obese alcoholic, at the absolute minimum. At worst, I would have probably drunk myself to death. My addictions are severe. I am an all or nothing person. So I know you're saying, Lachlan, why are you throwing these downers at us? Why are you bringing us down? Because one, I want to share and I want to be transparent. And my all or nothingness comes at a hell of a price a lot of the time, because I am either completely sedating and blocking the world, or I'm all in doing stuff like this, working hard, training, eating right, doing that kind of stuff. There is no balance for me. There is no gap. But going through things like that and doing processes like the 12-step process and stuff like that, I have learnt things that apply to fitness, that apply to you, that most people wouldn't even consider, and yet I truly believe is so important. And this comes back to that concept of consistency. Now, the concept of being, for example, on a diet and exercising every single day for the rest of your life, for as long as you live, is an incredibly daunting concept, and one that most people cannot wrap your heads around, nor should you. For most people, there is a balance line, and there should be exercise and nutrition and eating within balance. But when you come back to things like addiction, you go, just one day at a time. There's a great line in the book that I read, ironically enough, of all people, by Russell Brand, who really did it justice. He's actually quite an excellent writer, in my opinion. He makes really dense, serious things quite interesting and funny. Anyway, and he talked about the concept of, I don't need to be sober forever. I just need to be sober today and one day at a time, forever. And it's that same concept of when we talk about consistency, we talk about, eating your protein, going for your walk, drinking your water, those kinds of things, you're lifting your weights, all those sorts of things that go into it. You do it one day at a time. You don't need to think about forever and ever and ever. You need to think about, who am I today? Who can I be today? Am I going to pick the healthiest version of myself? Am I going to choose to be the healthiest person I can be today and the next day and the next day? But all you need to focus on is one day at a time. And then you build that consistency. It comes back to, I think I spoke about this before, the Seinfeld principle. And he talked about his one thing being writing jokes. Understandable? He's a comedian. That's his thing. That's his shtick. But he used to talk about, he'd have this calendar. And every day that he wrote jokes, which was his one big thing, he'd put a cross on the calendar. And he'd put it down. And soon you get a string of crosses. And then your only goal each day is to not break the string of crosses. It's that simple. Massive success, massive changes comes down to that simple principle. That one single principle. Pick your one thing, that one thing that's going to change your life, get a calendar, cross it off. And all you have to do is each day, make sure you do that thing. One thing. Consistency. Consistency, consistency, consistency. And even all the years I have been doing this, all the time I have been going through this, it has taken me this long to absolutely nail it. But the results that have been delivered from me nailing every single day are so astronomically greater than anything I've ever done before, that I want to impart this onto you. If you can master consistency, and I really mean it, to begin with, just pick one thing. If it's just you go lift weights, and you do that with us, you do that with someone else, I don't mind. But if you lift weights and you do that one thing consistently, week in, week out, your whole life will change. I just need you to be consistent. Not 4 weeks, not 12 weeks, not 16 weeks. Don't even think about it. All I want you to think about is, today, did I tick my box? Did I put the cross on my calendar? If the answer is yes, you are winning. Be consistent with that. Consistently show up and do that. And you can pick any of them. Weights, eating protein, going for a walk, increasing your NEAT. Pretty much they're the 4. I would say weights because it comes with the halo effect, but that's a whole different other story. Do this week in, week out, be consistent. And over time, just focusing on that one day at a time, your whole world will change. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I have for you. I have shared my soul. I have bared with you some of my demons. There's a lot more to it. If you want to ask questions, feel free. I'm more than happy to answer them. As I said at the start, please help us out. We are on a mission to change as many lives as humanly possible, and I need your help, and I need your assistance to make that happen. So please, if you enjoyed this, if you got something from it, if it brought you joy, happiness, or entertained you, please share it. Spread the word. Please leave a positive review, 5 stars only if you don't like it. If it's less than 5 stars, send me an email. Tell me how I can fix it. I will personally respond to you and we will make it better. But that is all I have for you today. I'm your host, Lachlan Farley from the STG project, and I cannot wait to see you next time.